Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, July 30. Government is aiming to increase the manufacturing sector's output by 3% annually, taking its contribution to GDP from $66 billion in 2018 to $81 billion over the next 5 years. This disclosure was made by Minister without Portfolio in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Leslie Campbell, during this Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives. He made the announcement while tabling the National Investment Policy Green Paper and the National 5-Year Manufacturing Growth Strategy 2020 to 2025 for Jamaica.
Among the expected outcomes of the strategy are areas increased jobs, increased foreign and local investment, comprising new and expanded businesses, increased attractiveness of Jamaica as a business destination, increased contribution to GDP, strengthened domestic supply chains with a view to import substitution, and increased export sales of manufactured goods, foreign exchange earnings.
The strategy was developed by the ministry along with the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association and the Jamaica Promotions Corporation. Globally, manufacturing accounts for approximately 16% of GDP, while in Jamaica the sector has accounted for approximately 8.5% of GDP over the past 5 years. It contributes 6.5% of employment. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is warning that persons found to be in breach of government's COVID-19 protocols, particularly those placed on home quarantine, are to be charged shortly. In a statement to Parliament on Tuesday, the Prime Minister said 50 cases of breaches were under investigation and nearing completion. He said the first set of charges should be laid within the next couple of days.
I'm concerned that a number of persons are not strictly observing the home quarantine orders, and I have asked the JCF to exercise greater vigilance and charge persons who are found to be in breach.
The government has issued 20,126 home quarantine orders to date. Government has provided all public education institutions with additional sums of between $500,000 and $1 million towards intensified preparations for the upcoming academic year in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. This was disclosed by Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Karl Samuda, as he made his contribution to the 2020-2021 sectoral debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. He says secondary institutions have also been provided with $600,000 each to buy furniture, while the ministry has commenced the procurement of tables and chairs for primary schools.
This provision is in addition to the regular grants provided to schools in April and June, which amount to over $2.8 billion.
Minister Samuda is encouraging schools to contact their regional offices if there are further needs to be addressed. Meanwhile, more than 50 churches have committed to assist the government in providing additional space for students in the new school year to limit the spread of COVID-19.
We have been in dialogue with a number of churches to use their halls and other available spaces, and we want to thank our church leaders for responding to this national need, and they have responded admirably. Across the 7 regions, more than 52 churches so far have made their halls available at request. We are negotiating with others.
The Education Minister says the ministry has also entered into partnership agreements with 39 private institutions to accommodate some students. During his sectoral presentation in Parliament, he revealed that nearly 30% of schools currently function under capacity and can therefore operate with the existing spaces they have, while others have opted to use tents. Schools are developing their individual plans for reopening in September. Administrators have been guided to rearrange the seating in all classrooms in keeping with the social or physical distancing guidelines. They've also been instructed to modify the timetable to ensure that teachers are appropriately deployed to attend to their students. And finally, over the next 5 years, government will be providing 150 scholarships for civil servants to pursue postgraduate studies in programs aligned with Jamaica's national strategic objectives. The Marcus Garvey Public Sector Graduate Scholarship Program will offer 30 scholarships each year at a combined cost of more than $1 billion. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Dr. Nigel Clarke, launched the initiative at his ministry on Wednesday.
Our vision builds upon the vision of others who came before. And it's a vision of a Jamaica that achieves its potential, a Jamaica that is developed, a Jamaica in which all Jamaicans, regardless of station of birth, have an opportunity for a productive life and to be able to make the best of their talents and their motivations. We cannot achieve that without a competent and efficient public service.
The scholarships will be tenable at local and overseas universities at the start of the 2021-2022 academic year. Recipients will be required to commit adequate time in the government service to employ their new skills and qualifications. The Scholarship Selection Committee will be chaired by the Governor-General, Sir Patrick Allen, while the Technical Secretariat will be based in the Strategic Human Resource Management Division of the Ministry of Finance. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.